This overview is on a new REL subwoofer that might just be their best value subwoofer, the HT1510 Predator 2. This is a completely revamped version of their already successful original 15-inch sub in their HT series. And in this day and age of ever-increasing prices, the great news about this new model is while it has been completely redone with more expensive materials, it will sell for exactly the same price as the old model, which is fantastic news. What makes REL Acoustics unique is that they only focus on one single type of product, subwoofers. Their team is extremely passionate about pushing the boundaries of engineering to make their subs perform at the very highest level. And deservedly so, REL has gained a very devout following over the years, not just because their subs add deep, powerful bass to your system, but when set up properly, a REL subwoofer can improve your entire listening experience. Now, we have some great videos on how to properly set up and calibrate your subwoofers in your room, and that link will be in the description below, so be sure you click that so you make sure you get the most out of any subwoofer that you may be using. And if you are considering purchasing a REL subwoofer after watching this video, or any other audio or video gear, Audio Advice offers free shipping, lifetime expert support, and a price guarantee. It's also one of the best ways to support us in creating more videos just like these. When REL was starting the design of their update on the 15-inch Predator, they had heard from many customers that they wanted something that looked as good as the other subwoofers in the upper REL series. Now, the original Predator was pretty basic looking, but they really stepped things up with this new version. One reason for this is many REL owners had paired up one or two of the TX, S, or reference models with their main speakers, and were adding a 15-inch Predator for the LFE channel. Now, the request was to make the Predator look cosmetically similar to the rest of the line. The new Predator 2 now comes with a sleek new look with proportions that better match the other REL models. This big guy now looks very nice to the eye with even better finishes. All REL subs to us seem to be built really well. Fit and finish is great, and you'll always find nice connectors and really smooth feeling solid adjustment knobs on all REL subs. The new Predator is no exception, and even has balanced audio inputs along with RCA. Another cool design feature is the ability to stack up to 3 of them for incredible bass performance. The subs come with REL couplers that connect lower units to the upper units. The couplers that are made out of solid milled aluminum and paired up with rails that are on the underside of each sub, so you can create your own true bass tower of power. The Predator 15-inch model has been redesigned with all kinds of new tech for better performance. While the cabinet was redone to be much more elegant and match up with other series better, there are some internal changes REL made to squeeze out better bass performance. They have always had what they call brilliant brace tech, which cradles the rear of the woofer that takes energy that would normally be trapped in the driver and reduces cabinet noise. The new design lets the driver's back wave use the entire depth of the cabinet for more output and better control of the driver itself by working with the pressure wave. This idea took some serious engineering and testing to finalize. The feet of the cabinet itself are now very solid stacking rails, which adds to making the cabinet more inert. REL is all about speed, and while it may not seem like much, they improved the input filter's processing speed to be even faster. Better speed means attacks sound more natural, and those passages with bass slam hit you even harder and quicker. The original 15-inch Predator already had a great driver, but REL made some improvements to allow for even more power handling. The woofer is a combination of glass fiber and a center cap made from carbon fiber. The glass fiber material is very lightweight and allows the large 3-inch voice coil to instantly move the driver for great attack. To hold everything in place and keep things rigid, a carbon fiber center cap is used rather than continuing the center cap with the same material like many sub drivers have. This very stiff center cap keeps the shape of the cone perfectly intact, even when a tremendous amount of bass hits it. I love this design goal of having incredible speed, as it not only benefits movie soundtracks, but means the 15-inch driver can keep up with tower speakers for all music enjoyment as well. It's 4 400-watt MOSFET output devices coupled with a huge power supply to deliver 1,000 watts just for one 15-inch driver. Loud, deep bass content is very demanding on amplifier current and can suck suck the life out of a wimpy power amp. The large power supply has tons of reserve, so even a constant barrage of deep bass will not cause the amp to lose control of the driver. This sounds like a broken record, but this amp and power supply are all about giving the new Predator even better speed and attack, which makes those effects and deep bass in music sound more realistic. So we've got a better cabinet, improved power handling on the special 15-inch driver, an even beefier and more powerful amp, improved foot rails, and reduced input lag. All of those tweaks to each part of the original 15-inch Predator add up to a big improvement anyone can hear. And like we said earlier, the best part is the price is exactly the same as the original. We decided to give this new subwoofer a tough test and pair it up with some gear a bit above its pay grade. We've been having a ton of fun listening to the KEF Reference 1 bookshelf speaker. This is one of the fastest bookshelf speakers we've heard with a super transparent mid-range. The rest of this 2-channel system was a Macintosh 7200 stereo receiver using the REL crossover built into the subwoofer and just letting the speakers roll off on their own, similar to how REL recommends their more expensive subs to be used. The source was a Hi-Fi Rose RS150 streamer. Now, our expectations were that a 15-inch subwoofer would have a hard time keeping up with a speaker like the KEF Reference 1. Typically, we would pair these with a much higher-end REL or something like it with a smaller woofer. We started by playing an old classic, Gold Dust Woman from Fleetwood Mac Rumors, to start working on dialing in the crossover and level. If you know this track, it has a repeating kick drum with a good bass line. It was pretty obvious here that we had the crossover set too high, but eventually we got a very nice blend between the KEFs. Surprisingly, the REL kept up really well, adding that bottom end punch on the bass drum. Next up was Charger by Elio. This is an all-electronic song that starts out with another drum beat that gets into a lot of electronic bass. On this one, without the sub on, we just missed the entire bottom octave. The REL blended great and really filled up the room with fast, deep bass. Next up was Oh Yeah by Yellow. This has some fast electronic bass that will really show if your subwoofer has some overhang, and we did not hear much at all. Was it as fast as the bigger, more expensive RELs we have heard? No, but for the cost, it did a fantastic job. And finally, for all you subwoofer fans, this track is a good one. Sub Bass Excursion by Bassatronics. The HT 1510 Predator 2 reached down respectfully deep on this track. While not as deep as some other subs we have tried, again, it was just excellent for the cost. Our overall impression was this sub can produce tons of deep bass energy, and for a subwoofer that gets down as low as it does, is super fast. Of course, when you build a driver, cabinet, and amp like they have in this almost 100-pound beast of a subwoofer, you would expect it. We see the HT 1510 Predator 2 mainly being used in larger size home theaters to provide that awesome bottom octave. But the great part is, when you start playing concert videos or just using your theater for music, it will not add blur or smearing to your main speakers. For music systems only, the REL S510 at about 30% more is probably a better choice, as it has even faster for better blending, but we were just really impressed at how fast the HT 1510 was in our testing. Just bear in mind, it's almost impossible to move with just one person. Alright, I hope this overview of the REL HT 1510 Predator 2 was helpful for you if you're deciding on setting up some better bass in your room. One of the best ways to support us and our YouTube channel is by purchasing your REL subwoofer or any other audio or video gear from audioadvice.com. We also have our free home theater designer tool over on our website, and you can chat with live experts if you have any other questions. Now, I'll be in the comments section of this video because I want to hear your opinion on REL and the HT 1510 Predator 2, so be sure to add to the discussion there. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to drop it a like, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our latest reviews and our epic home theater build showcases. We'll see you next time.